Hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. We've got ourselves a Spirit with Spirits. And tonight, I've got the Hendrix Grand Cabaret. And I thought because of the state visit tonight going on between Nigeria and the King. And this is actually a very sweet gin. It's very fruity and with sweet herbs, and so that's why I'm drinking it with my pink lemonade. Oh, it's just fabulous, absolutely fabulous. It's actually, out of all the Hendrix, it's starting to be one of my favorite, but I do love a sweet drink every now and then. They also say you can drink it with tonic, obviously, but I was just feeling like something more gentle, like my pink lemonade. Also, it's kind of springy. It's starting to feel like spring, even though we still have so much snow on the ground. So anyways, as I mentioned, the president of Nigeria is in London at Windsor, and they're having a state dinner. And because the president of Nigeria is a Muslim and celebrates Ramadan, the state dinner was actually quite late this year. It didn't even start until 9 o'clock. And I want to know, with all that extra time they had from the time they met and dinner and whatnot, did they have a chance to gossip about Meghan and Harry's trip to Nigeria and how disrespectful Meghan was in that country by bare arms, showing her midriff, wearing disrespectful clothes, yeah, or anything that she did. So I want to ask the gossip cards, did they gossip about Harry and Meghan and that trip? And did the king profusely apologize for any transgressions and take some form of responsibility for his wayward son and lack of protocols and decorum of his Wicked Witch of the West wife? Like, let's find out. Or did they just completely ignore the issue? Like, never happened. Let's not talk about it. Cheers. Let's get into it. Isn't this all matchy-matchy tonight? Look at this. Purple, blues, my gloves, pinks. I'm outdoing myself. Some of you will be sad to know Mr. Mystical is not feeling well. He has a cold. So God bless me. He's the worst cold in the world. Nobody's ever had a cold as bad as Mr. Mystical. And he wanted to do a live. And I said, we can't do a live with you having a cold. And he said, well, at least maybe somebody will feel sorry for me since you don't. He'll be fine. Was there any gossip between the president of Nigeria and the king about Meghan and Harry's visit? Oh, there he is, the soldier. Mostly Harry. Mostly Harry. So, and about how, look, it's in reverse. He did not represent the king, how possibly he was drunk, how possibly, I don't know, allegedly, according to my sources, how possibly he was not following protocol, how much more was expected of him as the son of the king, right? They take that very, very seriously. You do not dismiss or you do not disgrace your parents, especially your father, especially if he is the king. They take that extremely seriously. I remember when they got to Nigeria, they asked, where are the children? They were very disappointed they didn't bring the children. So this is telling me they were very disappointed in Harry. Lawyer in reverse. Wow. And the politicians. The lawyer can also be a politician because this is the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is a politician. Also could be the lawyers involved. You know, did Harry and Meghan have their lawyers sign off on different photos that can be taken, security, that kind of thing? They were really not happy. Wow. The house, the townhouse, four of cups, and it's in reverse. Perhaps Harry and Meghan complained about their accommodations, or perhaps what they had to do to accommodate. Look at, they're all in reverse. We still want to find out though, did they gossip about it? Did they discuss it? Did the king apologize? Or, wow, quarrel. You know, there were like big rumors that Meghan and Harry were fighting there. Perhaps they did witness a quarrel. Perhaps Meghan got into a quarrel with somebody. Perhaps Harry got into a quarrel with somebody. So far, they're mostly disappointed in Harry. Harry, you should know better. You were raised better. You were raised a royal. You were raised protocol. You were raised decorum. And what's this? You show up as a commoner right out of Compton. Birds of a feather flock together. So there may, and was there not a quarrel between Mrs. and about how this is, didn't she not say something like, this is not the Museum of Modern Art, no, what was it, the, what's that fashion show every year that Anna Wintour, and you know, the ladies show up half naked, and she says, we don't dress half naked or something. She did make a comment. So I'm thinking there was actually a quarrel. Disappointment in reverse. Look, they're all in reverse. Wow. If they chatted to the king got a bloody earful. Oh my God. Look at look what card showed up. Can you read that? The retard card showed up. Oh my God. Anyways, it's supposed to be delay. So Harry was retarded in French, which was, I'm going to say that they, and I've heard this as a rumor before about Harry and Meghan, that they show up when they want to show up. Like and Meghan's really extremely bad for that. But you know what? That's Hollywood. You never show up early. You never show up on time. And it's not shown as disrespectful. It's showing who's more important. Whoever is the most important shows up last. And you can make an entrance. Last card. Wow. A dark-haired woman. So look at that. We start with Harry and we end with Meghan. And there is not one good thing to say about them. Not one good thing. Wow. But what was the question we asked? Did they tell the king? A blonde woman. They may have told Camilla. Maybe the wives were talking. I'm going to say I'm going to say Camilla knows. I'm going to say here's the blonde woman. She's the only blonde one there. Even though it's all platinum now, she always has been a blonde. I'm going to say the wives were talking. And I'm going to say the wife spilled it all to Camilla. And that's probably the last person Harry and Meghan want to know. Because who does Camilla have a straight line to? Well, her son Tom. And who does Tom have a straight line to? The media. What's it? Wicked woman. Wicked woman. I don't think I need to clarify any of these. I honestly don't. I honestly don't. I'm going to say with this quarrel and this wicked woman, I'm going to say that something went down. Something, according to my cards, according to my sources, something really bad went down in Nigeria. Something really bad. And I'm going to say that according to these cards, they will, I'm getting that they were very disappointed in how everything went down. I don't think they went directly to the king and explained to the king. I'm going to say, though, that the wives got together and did some chin wagging. And I'm pretty sure the missus sitting around the table eating their tea and crumpets, or I guess they can because it's Ramadan, unloading to Camilla what really happened. I could see Camilla doing that, actually. I know some Cancerians, and they love gossip. They love gossip, especially family gossip. Scorpios love secrets, but Cancerians, they love their gossip. The women, I have to, and God love them. They're great. You know, I really like them. I get along with them, but boy, they got the goods, and they love to chat too. Whereas the Scorpio, Scorpio loves to have secrets, and they collect secrets, and they don't like to give out too many secrets. Cancerians, they love the gossip, and they love to hear it, and they love to pass it on. It's like a pastime for them. And so if you want to know the good gossip, what's going on in the family, snuggle up to your Cancerian in the family. They'll know it all. Trust me on that. Let's ask. So now that the Nigerian, well, I'm going to say the wives. I'm not going to say it was the men. I'm not getting the king here. I'm not getting the president at all. I'm going to ask, will this information get out into the media and the public? A dark-haired young man. Well, mind you though, the clock agreed. A dark-haired young man. What color was Tom's original hair color? And, oh, a lot of money in reverse. Somebody will pay for that information. Not a lot though, because a lot of money is in reverse. So whoever this dark-haired young man, so is this Camilla's son? No, in cards you have to remember that you know, no matter how old you are, no matter how old your mom is. So for example, Queen of Pentacles would be your mom, and you would be the knight, even if you're 60 years old, because that would be the next generation. So this dark-haired young man, I'm going to say Camilla is telling Tom everything, and then Tom's going to make some money from it. Not a lot, but he'll definitely get paid for this little bit of tidbit. So brace yourself. So perhaps we're not going to hear it right away. That would be way too obvious. Way too obvious. But you watch. This will come out in due time about what really happened in Nigeria. Oh, flatterer. There you go. There's, believe it or not, this is the king this is the president of Nigeria, because you're flattering them. You're trying to show them how, you know, this is our state dinner, and you're not showing off. You're flattering them by honoring them with this state dinner. So I'm going to say that this is the men, and they did their own thing with their state dinner and all of that. But the women behind the scenes, chitter chatter, pitter patter. Let's get at her. Hope you enjoyed this. See you online. Bye for now.